disabled Nefiri.
Yeah.
Or that good old-fashioned Nidalee. The Zac, I like the Zac
a lot. Yep, that's a fun one. And he's going to lock that one away.
There's not a lot of ways to interrupt the Zac engage here.
Yeah.
And if you have sapling vision with a jungle Maokai, it becomes very difficult for Zac to fight and reset. Zeri wins a 5v4 fight. He's got a decent front line as well. It's very difficult to get on top of Podok or Fate. So Kroko and Rascal are going to be trying to avoid, or absorb, excuse me, a lot of that poke. So that it doesn't hit the critical backline targets. So it is very much, I think, the hardest composition we've seen so far is DRX.
Rascal's in a lot of trouble. Another Empower is all he's going to require here is Canna as he flashes after Rascal. There's the leap strike, and there is the solo bolo. Dplus off to a good start in a
once again in a position where you're one series away or one game away from getting knocked out of Worlds. As he's caught now.
Yeah, does buffer, but it's not going to work out. Stretch Armstrong comes in. Kellen's going to get booped away, but he's still just going to claim the kill regardless. Second kill farm as best she can. Is actually doing a decent job as there's a Glacial Prison in the mid lane. Showmaker going to flash away. Meanwhile, on bottom side, the ulti comes out from Podok, and immediately Dplus are going to try and back away, and Canyon moves on in, just starting it off with a stretching strike here, and actually does manage to find it. There's the Let's Bounce, and he's just doing it by himself. Deft comes in with an auto and collects the Podok.
Is going to diminish slightly off of this play.
Yeah, and a little bit of an engaged good Arctic Assault reaction there from Kroko as Beryl is pushed all the way underneath this one, but the Bloblets are now coming out. Glacial Prison comes in, Kellen trying to find them, and there is the quickness onto Kroko. He will be taken down, but so will Canyon. They're on the board at least. DRX.
Deft here trying to get some more gold bottom side as we're not done.
Oh, okay, we are rocket jumping in. Fate is taking matters into his own hands here as Showmaker will go down. They'll take the turret as well. And DRX aren't going down without a fight.
Deft will get the whole set of plates here bottom side, but it won't be first brick that goes to Dplus here. So a lot of CS is going to be denied from Podok, but the play in mid, they hard force it and eventually
he did actually. I think he just stood there and his frost armor was just enough as now Rascal is getting closed in on. Kellen moving up here as well. Fate is coming in. Let's see whether they are going to be able to kill this Cassante. And yes, they will, is the response. Canyon looks for the stretching strike, but does not find it.
And there's no saving it, so Def just gets some free turret damage done. Notice he has the highest CS in the game as well.
Whoa, Fate is dead. That fight just kind of came out of nowhere as they get some sore heads, but also might be heading towards the death chamber as well. Beryl gets a bramble smash, but I think one more auto will do it. Twisted advance, but that's because he didn't have too many other options. But Canyon still going to go down as DRX look to try and follow up. And now the shock blasts are raining through. It is a fight for the eye, and Deft isn't going to find the W. Now the twisted advance is going to come through, and they're looking for the re-engage. Grand Entrance is not exactly named all that well as Fate now looks for Showmaker, and Def gets piled in on, but still the all-out going to be used. Canyon going to be the target. The Bloblets are out once again, and Canyon will be left for the Wolves. DRX, the only team to get a kill in that last fight. Yeah, only will be able to grab the second Drake of the game. That is going to be 1-1, and we'll have a look at what Soul's going to be. It is a mountain this game. What's going on, and he's swept everything out as well. Teleports coming in as Rascal coming through as well. Voidseeker connects onto Fate. Dive into the backline is Deft. And the Nature's Grasp is going to fly by. Baron secured by Kroko. As the Glacial Prison is going to go wide. Podok gets over the wall. It's some decent Qs here from Rascal, but he's taking so much damage and will burn down. Stretch Armstrong not working out, and Canna gets himself over the wall, but can't get on top of them. The poke is still landing, but DRX have 4 Barons left alive. Teleports now coming in. Canna trying to keep him busy. He gets on top of Kroko. The flash forward, the head bump onto Podok. And Canyon is going to go down before it really happens. There is a dive towards the skies, though, from Showmaker. And he is now trying to put this one to rest. There's the rocket jumpers. Oh, dear. Def takes a lot of damage from Fate. He needs to be respected, but maybe 4 people should be enough. Some flashes coming down. The Voidseeker will miss. And Showmaker will grab the kill on the Tristana, and only Kroko,
or rather try to. His passive will be procced. And then Fate here is just chased down by this flanking Showmaker who does end up taking out Beryl as well. Kroko's ultimate missing onto Deft was a huge problem too, because if that actually hit, maybe they turn onto Deft and take him out. Just meanwhile...
Oh, okay, Deft is just going to eliminate Podok. Canna is going to leap on top of him as well to keep his AD carry safe, and everyone else piles in. Kellen gets a great quickness, and look at the Let's Bounce. It's a double for Deft, and I think this is getting Dplus one step closer to Worlds, and unfortunately, Barrels and
be repeated because there is no map control, there is no vision, and it's just poke after poke after poke.
Well, Beryl looking for that opportunity. Stretch Armstrong comes in. There's the Glacial Prison. Beryl is immediately going to be taken down. Podux ulted though. They're trying to do some damage onto Canyon. And Dplus. No, there's no opportunity. There's just no
chance. Not even going to contest, and there's no Drake to trade for, and Tristana just heading bottom lane. It is just, this turret is done for.
Yeah, and it's, oh man, now with a Baron and a Jax. There's not a lot of is what Dplus have on their minds. And Beryl is thinking about trying to kill Canna. Buster Shot does push him back towards Rascal. Flashes, and then Beryl's there to pick him up. Zhonya's is going to be used. Void Seeker now coming through as Canna's still alive, even though the explosive charge comes in. And Kellen with the incredible follow-up. Beryl going to be taken down. It's a double for Deft, and Canna's going to grab one as well after his incredible surviving act. And now Canyon gets underneath the turret, gets a few heads, a little bit sore, and DRX are going to get aced out of World's contention. Dplus will be moving further forward to face Humble Life Esports tomorrow.
Another dominant series here, but this time it's a 3-0. Dplus looking like they came to play. Croco head in his hands. Another Worlds taken from him here in our regional qualifier. But Showmaker and Def keep the dream alive tonight. Canyon on the Zac. And maybe one more dance for Def. Maybe.